Hi, happy Thursday. So, today is book birthday. Yay, she's here. and yeah, I'm so excited for her to come into this world on the beautiful sacred Mary Magdalene feast day, which means the world to me, that we were able to manage to get her live on this day. And I'm super, super excited um, for this book to be birthed into the world. And I've literally spent most of the morning crying because of all the beautiful messages and flowers and just like so much love being sent my way. So I'm super grateful, and I'm just so blessed to have so many amazing people in my life, and I'm so blessed to have so many people who wants to read the book as well. So that's really cool. So she's literally making her way around the world. I've had like messages from my friends in America and people in South Africa and Australia, like she's coming. So it's so fantastic to see that she's actually made her space around the world. So I'm actually super happy for all of this, and just so, yeah, so blessed to have been able to go through this process. So and I'm busy dying of heat stroke in the UK because we've got like a massive heat wave. So like I'm like in between the heat and trying to survive all of that, in a country that doesn't really support aircon. So anyway, I would love to speak today just about the book and just a bit more about like what's in her. So just first things, I am going to be holding a beautiful sacred ritual. You might have seen on my Instagram feed, I've already started preparing the beautiful ritual table. So we're going to be doing some magic tonight with her to help her basically send her energy out into the world, into everyone who will be reading her, to be able to connect even deeper with the work that is in this book. So I thought I would tell you a little bit more about like how I've structured the book and what's in there. And if it piques your interest, please go and buy yourself a copy and get involved in the woo woo and the weirdo-ness that is my beautiful book. Okay, so what I did was in the first part of the book, the first half, I write very much about my own journey over the last 7 years, and how I got to basically be to the space where I am today, coming from a corporate environment, having been a business analyst in the financial industry. Up to that point was it almost like 20 years? Yeah, something like that. So basically, I'd been in corporate for most of my life, and then um, being made redundant, and everything kind of changed then. And this book is really about my journey of discovering so many aspects of woo woo, and my spiritual journey, and how I really started to reconnect again with my soul and with who I am. And it's very much about the journey of stepping out of judgment, because there's so much judgment around being weird or being interested in past lives and all of these things that I now do and that I just take for granted in my life, and that's so part of who I am. But there was so much judgment in my journey to getting there, and so I speak a lot about that and how we can start working through judgment in our own lives, because I think what's happened in society is that there's been such a spate of judgments, but a lot of it comes from here, it comes from us. And my book is really about when we heal the judgment in ourselves, how we can actually start healing the world around us as well. So that is the main focus of my book. So if you're in any space where you feeling judgment within yourself, if you need to understand it deeper, if you want to start exploring it and actually start healing it, then I can totally recommend diving in and seeing what you can find there, because it is very interesting when we start turning the mirror inwards instead of judging everything that's out there, especially in these days that we're in at the minute, and we start looking at like what's going on inside of me, because that's where all the wars start. Not up there, it starts in here. So yeah, so in my book I write about the Akashic records, I write about star seeds, being a star seed, my new star seed wounds that I've like literally discovered as I was busy working with the Akashic records over the last few years. I also speak about DNA activation, about light language. I speak about the patriarchy and our relationship with the patriarchy and how it shows up within ourselves as well. And just so many more things about really stepping back into my power, finding my voice, and really moving out of that hectic love and light space and going more into what's real and what is the darkness and where's the darkness in me, where's the shadow in me, and what's the stuff that I actually want to show the world that I'm busy hiding again. So yeah, the first part is quite a bit about my own journey. And then what I did was, a couple of years ago, I developed a process called the Starseed Sacred Circle. And this was done after I had my DNA activated and I started remembering about like really how to work deeper with soul remembering. And so the second part of the book is a journey back to yourself. It's a journey back to who you really are, moving through all the phases of judgment and healing those parts of yourself that wants to be seen again and those parts of yourself that wants to show up in the world. So I very much write about working with the different stars. I work with Andromeda, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the energies of Sirius, and very deeply with the energy of Mother Gaia as well. So all of these things together with this process and the various meditations that I've recorded, which if you do read the book, please do the meditations because they are so vital to the alchemy of the book and the changes that you can experience and feel if you do go through the process properly. I've had incredible feedback from friends of mine who's done the meditations now, and they were really happy to put it mildly. So yeah, so if you do go through the second part of the book and you get involved in the process, please follow the guidance, go through and really allow yourself to take time and to journal and to feel into these things. Because one of the reasons that I did create the book was to give people access to my work, to deeper parts of my work. And so I would love to get your feedback on the processes and what you think about it as well. So yeah, so that in a very big nutshell is what the book is really about. And I think it's just, when we come back to who we really are at that deep soul level, then we're living in our truth. And when we start living in our truth, the whole world changes. Everything around us changes. And for me, I was thinking today, I'm so grateful because everything is in an amazing space at the minute. And when we are in that place within ourselves, it's so reflected in what is happening and what we feel and what shows up in our lives. And yeah, and the gratitude will just flow out. So I do hope that you will enjoy the book, and I'm very excited about tonight and being able to bless her and bring her into the world properly. And I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day between my clients crying and crying a little bit more because I'm just so happy for everything that's happened. So I'm wishing you a beautiful Thursday. If you can join me tonight, it's going to be at 7 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock for South Africans, the rest of the world. You're going to have to just Google it, please. And yeah, so I'm full of gratitude today. And send us some wind and some like rain, please, in the next few days, so we don't sweat as much here in the UK. And yeah, thank you so much just for everyone who's like really been so beautiful and kind about this project, and I'm filled with gratitude. Okay, so have an amazing day, and yeah, I'll see you next week if I don't see you tonight. Oh, before I forget, Monday night is Planetary New Year. So we will be doing, the Project Earthwork team will be doing a beautiful meditation. We're going to have sound bowls, we're going to have channeling, we're going to have light language meditation. So it's going to be a nice little festival of awesomeness, sending blessings out to the earth, and whatever comes in, we're going to be sharing all of that with you. So if you fancy a great start to your work week on Monday, please do come and join myself and the rest of the team there. We'd love to have you there. Okay, have a blessed weekend.